Good day and welcome back to Lifestyle Show. My name is Athama Fokate and today I'm sitting down with the Security Personnel Party of South Africa's President, Sello Mashula. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Sello Mashula.
Thank you, my brother.
How are you, Papa?
I'm well, thanks, and you, my brother.
Number one.
Sure.
Mr. Mashula, SPPSA is a new party, right?
Yes, sir, it is. It's a new party which was actually formed last year in January, but we only got the date this year. So It took a year to get everything sorted. Yeah.
And I guess that's the reason we are meeting today. We are going to discuss the SPPSA, right?
That's correct, my
But
brother.
before we do that, we remove the politics.
Yeah.
Who is Sello Mashula? Where is he from? How did he grow up? How did he get into politics?
Okay, Sello Mashula is a young, handsome boy from Mamelodi. Now, you know. Yeah, one handsome boy from Mamelodi. Bred in Mamelodi, grew in Mamelodi. Yeah, I went to school in some of the multiracial schools in Pretoria. So yeah, I'm a fun guy. Quiet.
I know the fun part. The rest I don't know.
I'm quite shy. You don't know that I'm handsome.
I know you are. Oh
see.
yes, I know
Now
you're
you see.
handsome.
Yeah.
I know that you are a fun person.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know that you are smart.
And I'm very shy also.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And
that's a good trait, by the way.
Yeah, I'm very shy. So yeah, growing up in Mamelodi, you know, like any other township boy, there are times where you get naughty. There are times where you are forced on to go in a particular religion and so forth. So you are forced to believe in a particular religion. Because when you go to school, primary, all you hear is about, in townships, about Jesus and God and all that.
Yeah.
So I believe that, no, actually, most African children took religion by force, not because of their own accord. So we are mostly Christians, but we were somehow forced or channeled to be Christians. So yeah, that's how I grew up, going to church in Roman Catholic Church. I grew up there, and then after discovering myself later, I then went to join the ZCC. So that's where I have been.
You, ZCC?
Very.
Can you do them kukuen?
Yeah, I used to, man.
Oh.
I used to, but now because...
Sure, are you not joking?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm a full member of the Zion Christian Church.
Even now?
Yeah, even now. It's been a while since I went to church, to be honest. I've been busy with most of useless things. But yeah, I still have my things.
But there's two ZCCs. There's the one with the dove or pigeon sign, and there's one with the star sign.
You know, I'm a Mamelodi Sundowns fan.
Oh.
So mine has stars.
It's a star
yeah, it's a star one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
okay, you wanted to say something. Mamelodi has got, I know Mamelodi East, and there's Mamelodi West.
Yeah.
North and South.
No, North and South. Actually,
so
there's
which
Mamelodi,
one are you from?
There's Mamelodi East. No, there's Mamelodi West, Mamelodi East, and Mamelodi Far East.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm from Mamelodi East, in a section called Mexico, the 12th section. So that's where I actually grew up. But also, I'm a boy from Atteridgeville, actually.
Oh, you also lived in Atteridgeville?
I also lived in Atteridgeville from grade 4.
Yeah.
I think from grade 4 up until grade 7.
I'm sure maybe that's when you did multiracial school.
So you say Mamelodi?
No, I'm just saying, I mean, you know, when you listen to the name Atteridgeville, and you said later I then went to,
then
I'm assuming.
Then I went back to Mamelodi because I could not adapt to Atteridgeville lifestyle.
Because of the multiracial?
No. So, let's walk through. We are still young boys. Through who you bath.
Yeah.
Maybe you go out, play. Around 11, 12 o'clock. I mean, you're still small boys. But guys, come on.
Yeah.
Now we must play Rotlapa Manjuban. So
at what point did you go to multiracial school? Where were you?
Exactly, I was in Atteridgeville.
Exactly, I told you so. My guess was right.
Yeah, exactly.
So why do you accuse me?
So.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I grew up. You asked me about.
And then you decided that I am going back to Kasi.
Now I'm going back to Mamelodi. My mom and father's house is in Atteridgeville.
Yeah.
But my grandfather's houses, in both paternal and maternal, are in Mamelodi. So I just went back to Mamelodi to date.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at what point do you decide to get involved in politics, and how?
I've always been a person who loves his community. Maybe I will later speak about it.
In fact, I've seen it when I visited you in Mamelodi.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
you know, obviously you'll explain to others, but I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it that you're a community person.
I'm a community person.
Yes.
That's who I am. So for me to join politics, actually at our time growing up, you'll see my comrade with Shambox and all that, beating people who are not in the streets and all that. So I was like, I want to be there.
What were they called? Street committees, ne? Street what? There was something. There was
There
a
was
name.
something, yeah.
I can't remember what that name was.
Yeah, but it was a group of.
Yes.
And then
but we used to be disciplined because of that.
Because of that. But again, you know, then the government said, I think under, was it the Minister Steve Chwet?
Yeah.
Where he abolished everything
Yeah.
that has to do with kangaroo courts and
Yeah,
whatnot.
kangaroo courts
Yeah.
and yes.
So I used to like those people. Follow them, and I said, no man, maybe one at a young age should join the ANC Youth League, which I did. I was in the ANC Youth League for...
But who mentors you? Who makes you believe in politics? Because normally most of us, it's either through a friend, through family, either a brother. It's very rare to individually decide to join politics.
I wouldn't say I've got a mentor, but I know, as I'm speaking about comrades, there was this other guy, Gemitsa Malom Mokotsi Bra Upa. I used to see him with these guys. So me looking at him and participating and safeguarding our community, I was like, okay, maybe this is where I need to be. But in terms of mentoring me, and I think no one pushed me to that direction, or I was not looking at anyone to say, man, come into politics and whatnot. No, I just decided on my own to say, man, for me to change lives, maybe politics is the way. Hence I joined the Youth League. Because my politics are simple. Like Julius used to say, politics shouldn't be about big English. Politics is a simple thing of when I eat now, my supper, what is my neighbor having?
Yeah.
Are they eating? So do we worry about such? So for me to join was to better the community or the street that I was living in, only to find out later that, man, these guys have a particular way of being in the organization. It's not what I'm thinking, because I did not go there to look for employment. No recruiter in the ANC, they will say, hey, lompa mereko.
That's very strange.
Yeah.
Because honestly speaking, it was because of the consciousness that we had when we had to join a particular organization. You know, it would be what they say about that organization rather than what you gain when you are there.
Yes.
It would be about the morals and the principles and what that political party stands for.
Yeah.
And by then, because I'm assuming what you're talking about is the later stage, which is now, which is the latter. But before, what is it that really inspired you? Because obviously you stayed there for too long. And what kept you there?
You know, what kept me there is that at some stage you think there are things that you can change.
Yeah.
You think, but in that house, I call it a family house now. In that house, you'll have an uncle who abuses alcohol, a drunkard, and so in that sense of a family house, then you feel, no man, actually more tlaka.
Yeah.
Even if you try to fix things, malumola tlale tavening right through us.
So what would you say, how long have you been with the ANC for before deciding you're leaving? Because you left, you went to MK before, right? Before deciding to form.
That's what you like saying. I never went to MK. I never joined the MK.
So you just left the ANC and took a break?
I just took a sabbatical. And at the time I moved, when we said I went to MK, remember I was still the chairperson of the ANC in my branch.
Okay.
So, but I just decided to take a back seat when they did the campaigns, election campaigns in 2020, is it 21, 23?
The last
The
campaigns.
last campaigns.
So
I just decided to say, no, I'm not going to participate in any campaign because what we say or what we preach is not what we're giving the people. So I was like, no, this time I'm not campaigning. And remember, I'm the current chairperson of the branch. So I just stayed away.
But how do you do that as people vote you in to lead them and you decide not to lead them? Because we as members vote for you to lead us and then you refuse to lead. How does that happen?
That's correct. Remember, we used to say, or they're still saying it also at the family house, to say we are the leader of the society. And for you to lead the society, you have to live and stay and breathe with the same society. Their concerns must be your concerns. But now you find that you are leading a society, but someone's up there in an air-conditioned office will now say, no, this is how you must lead the branch. So now, they used to say, it's from branches up.
Yes.
It's a massive.
Yeah, that's what they always say.
So, but now the message is from up to down. So the branches are now useless in the family house. They are now useless. They can't give message. Let's look now at the GNU. A very important, what you call it, a very important structure that they made, but they did not consult anyone. Figile and whoever, they just went there, the SG, announced, spoke about GNU. This is the partners that we are going to work with. But branches were silent. No one told branches about that movement. So,
but wouldn't you say that's what power is about? You give people a mandate. You gave them a mandate to lead and make decisions on your behalf. Why then would you say they didn't consult? Because they had to constitute a parliament within a certain period. So the process of engaging and going back and forth with the branches was going to take long.
exactly.
So
But that doesn't mean don't engage. You don't just take decision, especially now when you bring in your DAs and your FF plus. Those are anti-revolutionary parties. They kicked the EFF out of the negotiations, actually. They kicked the MK out of the negotiations. So they were more pro-white parties than pro-black parties. But before even I go there, in terms of consultation, in 2016, I think, yeah, 2016, when Tshwane banned, the branches had spoken to say, this is the candidate that we want to lead Tshwane. At the time, the mayor was Comrade Sputla, Kosian Soramokhopa.
Yes.
The branches said that. But because of their silly interest and whatnot, they brought in Togo Didiza again. So that arrogancy made the ANC first to lose Tshwane. Because now everything was a mess. Buses were banned, shops were looted, to say no Sputla, no vote. And they thought the communities like, and it was not only the ANC members, but it was the community at large. To say, if you are going to say Sputla is not becoming the mayor of Tshwane, then we are not going to vote. But they did not listen.
You sound like you've been with the ANC for quite some time. I mean, over maybe 5 years or something. But you're not mentioning any victories about you leading a branch or being part of the ANC.
The ANC has done a lot. I would be lying if I just speak negative of it. The ANC has done a lot. We are where we are because of the ANC. I won't badmouth anyone, or not say I won't badmouth, but I will just speak the truth of it. But I am where I am now because of the ANC. The knowledge that I have of politics, the teachings that I had, is because of the ANC. The students that you are mentoring every day in your life, It is because of the current government and the current policies that they made. So it has changed a lot.
So then what finally broke the relationship between you and the ANC then?
No, it is
Was
not
it
broken.
irreparable?
It is not broken, but
But you're with a new party and you are the president of the party.
I had to grow.
And you were a branch chairperson.
I had to grow. I've been a branch chairperson in the ANC for 3 times. So it's close to maybe 9 years or so. So I've been there. So and there's no growth.
So you'd say you've learned something.
I've learned and I appreciate what they've given me.
What have you learned?
I've learned that in life, you have to take care of your people. You have to take care of yourself. If no one is giving you the space, then create your own space.
Which would then assume that the ANC was taking care of its people, because that's what you learned at the ANC.
Obviously. But there will always be that element of that umalumi who would want to mess everything
I like
up.
this issue of Malumi. We'll come back to it, but then somebody might say you were either impatient to be in power, or you just felt they're not serving the needs of the people the way you want them to, or something else. What then propelled you to really leave?
It's for them not being in touch with reality. I mean, it cannot be that even today, they're still using the same method that they did when I joined the ANC, going to elections.
Factionalism? Or what?
No, not factionalism.
Okay.
I'm saying now I can't be going to a house in Mamelodi, in a street that I'm living in, with a paper that asks them, you're doing door to door. You're asking your community where you live there every day. Or what do you want us to do for
and
you?
you live there.
You live there, you know their needs. So till today, unless if somebody proves me wrong now, let's see the street sheet.
You must be joking.
Till today, you're asking same people, same
Are
community.
you sure it's the same people that live in the same area?
I mean, if I'm a branch chairperson, it means I'm living in this area. So for me, I should know what's happening here. I should know if these kids need a job. I should know if they need a sports ground. I should know they need a third road. I should know those things. I live with them every day. If they need electricity, I should know. In squatter camps, now you are the leadership in a squatter camp. You are a ward council, and you still hold the street sheet. Go to that squatter camp and ask them, what do you need? You know, they need electricity. They need water. They need toilets. Why would you go and ask in a squatter camp, what do you need? They need proper infrastructure. So that's why I'm saying you are a leader, but actually you are not leading. Somebody somewhere must tell you what to do.
So somehow you reached a ceiling because you felt what more to do, because
I can't give.
I've been here for 9 years and it's still the same old story, same campaign, same everything. So what do you think they should be doing instead?
I mean, now I'm not there, so it's not for me to advise them.
I like that.
It's not,
So
it's
now
not
you're
my
more
space.
concerned about the
No,
SPPSA.
I'm more concerned about the SPPSA. That's my job now. So for what they will do later, maybe, I don't know. But it should be a story for another day. Another leadership, when it's elected, they will advise each other.
Why a new party though? Why couldn't you go to another party that would do better than the ANC instead?
The same reasons. Like you said, I loved Jacob Zuma, you know. And one of the reasons I love Jacob Zuma is that whether he's wrong or right, he's a man of action.
At least.
He does something, doesn't go around and touch there and try to speak, and he does. Like what he's doing now. He removes everybody because he's a man of action. So but I could not go to MK. I could not. I loved Julius before, but I once hated him after a match we did from Joburg to Pretoria, walking. So after my injuries there, I started to say, no, you see this.
How did you get injured there? Because you guys were walking, you went past Midrand?
Yeah, I went past Midrand.
Yes.
I think by, what's this river? Juskei.
Yes.
But now closer to Pretoria, everything just said, no, we can't continue. So I ended up sleeping somewhere on pavement until an ambulance came to fetch me to the stadium. But I said, nah, no, Julius is a problem.
Why?
Like, you can't expect people to walk that distance. RG, the only thing we know going to see is...
But you guys agreed. I'm sure he consulted with the branches before you guys did that, and you
He
all
did,
agreed.
and we agreed because we were young and naive.
Did he walk though?
Yeah, he did. We covered most distance together.
So what's wrong? If he walked?
Him and, who's this, the Sushi King, Kenny Kunene.
Yes.
Yeah, and Andy Lelungisa. Yeah, they covered the distance. Yeah, but somewhere during the night time, they disappeared. And
so
they
that's
showed
the
up,
grudge you have.
and they showed up there at the stadium, limping. I'm like, guys,
Something happened.
we saw those Kumbis.
Yeah.
We saw those Mercedes. So yeah, but I could not join them because also maybe they had their own ideas.
What was the significance of the walk though?
Economic freedom in our lifetime.
And that was the ANC.
That was the ANC Youth League.
Economic
Freedom
in
our lifetime.
that was the ANC Youth League.
That was the ANC Youth League.
So would you say, because Julius left with the economic freedom in our lifetime from the ANC Youth League,
Yes.
you are also leaving the ANC with security personnel,
Party of South Africa.
yeah, ideologies. So you must have seen something at the ANC for you to then start conceptualizing the SPPSA with whoever you started with, because you are a co-founder.
Yeah, I did not see anything that would say, maybe let's take this direction from the ANC though.
Why
there was-
Security Personnel Party though? What does it stand for? Because I've been trying to think, when I first saw it, I laughed. I said, how is he going to galvanize all security people in the country? And something kept on saying that security means something else. It's not what I'm joking about. What is it standing for?
Security, it's not about the personnel only.
Not security guards.
Not only security guards.
Okay.
Not only security guards. We've got a whole lot of security industries that we might look at. You've got your cyber securities. You've got your own personal security, but not the guard. I mean the fence, the wall around your houses, electric fences and all that. But we need also the security about this country that you're living in. If the security was intact in this country, we wouldn't have such porous borders, right? So the security, I'm talking about the security of the state as a whole, the cluster as a whole. We are speaking to the cluster as a whole. We are speaking to communities as a whole. So the security is us, because we cannot grow. You cannot grow any economy if the country is not secure.
So somewhere I seem to get you and, lose you, because one moment you sound like you're talking about security beyond the word of just a
guard.
Security, guard, where one would expect you to say food security,
It's
things
also
like those. But then I then get confused. What exactly does that security personnel?
It's also that. You see, when I also speak about the economy, the security of the economy, for us to do business, the country should be secured. For investors to come in, the country should be secured. If you look at our organizational profile, we also speak there about the food security that you speak about. So anything that has to do with
then why
securing
call it personnel, security personnel?
That's why now I'm saying, again, I'm speaking to the cluster.
Of security.
The cluster of security.
Why
So
target securities?
Okay, maybe let me take it to the guard perspective. In a country, last year around March, CIRA said we have, I think, 2.9 million registered security officers.
So you saw the numbers.
We will come there. Maybe for us to start, you've got 2.9 registered security officers. you've got just over or at 200,000 police officers, guarding over 60 million South Africans. So you look now at the 200,000 securing the 60 million, the numbers that would not balance. But if you take now the 2.9 million, which now it's maybe above 3 million. If you take the 3 million security officers and integrate them into being police reserves, then you've got around about 3.2 million police officers. And that is the message that I told the Minister of Police last time we had the dialogue at at Santen. I said, if you integrate these SIRA registered security officers into being police reserves and give them a stipend of around 3,500 for just whether employed or unemployed security officers, take them in, make them police reserves, then it means in every street, maybe let me speak about townships because I'm from the townships. In every street in the township, you will then have a police officer. So now the numbers in crime will decrease drastically because that stolen car, that Moldova would not just come in any street and buy packet up because there's a police officer there. So in terms of that, then we are increasing security in the country. But we neglect. And when you neglect such people and they are on the streets every day, they see crime every day, but they can't do anything because now you're risking your life to go and chase over a criminal, doing a job that somebody is paid to do, and they are not visible. And they are not visible because the numbers are too low. So we are saying, when we speak about them, the security guards, integrate them, put them into police reserves. When I checked, registered streets in South Africa.
Before we get to the registered streets, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about where would the budget come from for them to be integrated into the police system as reserves? And why should they leave the party and join your party, for an example?
Okay.
It's the budget, and why should they leave their current parties and be convinced that the SPPSA would assist them, SEPSA?
Okay, you're speaking about the guards, ne?
Yes.
The budget, one would say in 2021, July unrest. On that day, billions were spent in terms of forces coming in and trying to dissolve everything. Coming now, Mabahambe movement. For that day, they spent 600 to 700 million.
Yes, so ahead.
For that day, and it was a quiet day. But the budget went out. To who? Maybe that's the question you must ask again. The budget went out. So there is money to do that. But do we have the will to do that? Maybe that's where the problem is. But in terms of finding money in South Africa, we know there's money. So it's just the will from them to do. Why should they leave whatever party that they are supporting now or voting for now and join us? Is that one, now we're saying we're speaking about them and for them. We are saying get integrated, be in the police force. That's the first one. We are saying you are not getting paid what you should be getting. And you are failing to build your children houses because banks cannot give you bonds. But also again, you are failing to get an RDP house because of your salary range with your partner. So you are stuck in a middle. So you are in that missing middle. But like government doesn't care about you. And
so in short, you're basically saying that to the security personnel out there, you have no way out unless you come join hands.
You come join hands with us. And we are going to lobby the government. Maybe not now, but maybe let's contest also national elections. But this is what we are going to lobby. This is the ticket.
But would it
that we
make
are going
sense
to
then
use.
if we start seeing taxi drivers or taxi drivers party, mine workers party? Would it make a stable country?
I mean, if you are talking everything and not talking about me, and there's somebody who wants talking about me, then let it be. Let's have. They say that there's about 500 and how many parties now? Let it be 1,000. Let it be 3,000 parties.
As long as they represent a certain cause.
Yes, speak about a certain cause, because now I think maybe they should. ANC is now a business party, because everything that they say is about investors. You know, some language you cannot use because we need investors. So they're talking about investors. They're speaking about the Ruperts and the Hanekoms, but they're not speaking about a poor black child, a worker, domestic worker, a cleaner. They are voters. They're not saying anything about them. So if there's somebody who'll wake up every someday like me, as you say, I like clowning, and who'll say, there's a small offer party. I can we are unemployed. So let's do something for ourselves. And Barfari 370, it's a nyan. We want more a small offer. We don't want to go and look for jobs, but we want a party that will go into.
And you might be the majority.
We are, I mean, Malofa Babanji. For you to take Bana Babanchi, it's because of.
And they're above 18.
They're above 18.
You know, you just raised something. So the rate of unemployment is now almost 50%, right?
So
it's getting there.
Half of the country is not working.
So meaning if they were to have a party, they would get at least 30% vote.
I mean, you are guaranteed
I never
a
thought
seat.
about that.
You are guaranteed a seat. And say, no, we'll give you an increase from 370. Let's make it 1,500. You'll get a seat. Because people want to be represented. People want to be heard. And unfortunately, we're not hearing them. We are living in our own world. We're not hearing anything. We'd rather create our own 3-nyana, 4-nyana millionaires and forget about the rest and say we have changed the country. I mean, there's a lot of hunger there. And when I say hunger, I'm not meaning food hunger. I mean hunger for success. Young people want to do something.
The eagerness
they
to achieve.
They want to achieve. So if you don't give them the space to do so, Alena will say, Viva, Amanda, mobilize yourselves as Malofa. Let's contest elections.
I interrupted you when you were saying something about the streets. You said there's so many streets in this country. What were you trying to say?
As I was speaking about the numbers, I would say you've got about 130,000 registered streets across the country. Maybe now, including again the squatter camps, you'll have maybe 400,000 or 300,000. And you'll have now 3 million, you have now 3 million security guards who are now integrated as police reserves. So it then means now every street in South Africa will have a police officer. That is where I was going. Every flat in South Africa would have a police officer. So, I mean, in the numbers, those who are crunching numbers, the Stats SA and so forth, if we work together jointly, we are not blaming the government for everything, but we are saying jointly work with these guys, jointly work with security companies. I wanted you to ask this question. Where did the 600 million go?
Yes, because you did ask, you said you don't know where it went to.
We don't know, but there at the at the dialogue, it went to security companies. Ne? Most of the money, most of that budget of the 600 million went to security companies. But owned by who? Which security companies? They did not go to Mafoko. They did not go to R1 security. They went to, I don't want to call them by names, but to establish big white businesses, security companies. So that is where the chunk of the money went to. No black company, no black security company was afforded a chance.
But you have proof of that, though.
I'm saying I was with the minister in Sandton. When was it? On the 21st? We spoke about that. The Tapsosa, the Association for Black Security Business Owners. They were there. They raised those issues. To say, Minister, you did not engage us as a black union for security companies. But you took the money straight to the white companies without involving us as black people.
But then
and he admitted.
Yo.
And to say it was something that was rushed, maybe next time we need to consult, but the damage is done already. By the government, I mean, Kachalia is from the ANC. He's a stalwart, actually. But when money comes, he decides to give it to Brinant, or to, now mentioning names, to Fidelity, and so forth, to Barnard, and you are forgetting the Mahlangus, the Sitoles, the Gavinis. They all have security companies, but he just said no. Maybe these established ones with the Gulf Sevens and whatnot, they can deal with the aftermath better.
One would say that issue that you're raising about the security personnel is an issue that belongs to unions. Why the need for a party, political party, to address such issues? Have you lost hope in unions?
No, and we say we are not a union. Because we are not speaking about their salary increases, we are not speaking with their bosses. Their bosses are actually also our colleagues. We want to work with their bosses. Hence now I'm speaking about the budget. Why did you take it to the white companies and not the black companies? So we are not a union. We are for them as the companies, and we are for their employees. So we do not want to enter into a space where now we are bargaining for salaries with their bosses. No. Ours is to say, let's work together. Let's co-join our ideas for a better, secured country. So we are not mobilizing in that space of being a union. No.
Why should an artist, a nurse, graduate vote for you as the Security Personnel Party of South Africa? Why should they vote for you?
I mean, you speak about graduates. In simple terms, we take graduates as people who are maybe also well established, but we've got graduates also who are unemployed. But even those that are well established, they still need security. We are living in a country whereby, for us, security is everything. South Africa is one country that invests more in security than any other thing. Security is a multi-trillion business in South Africa. So it's about the fears and the crimes that we have. So everyone must just vote for us because of what we stand for. We stand for their security before any other thing. Two, you asked about the artists. And one thing that, I don't want to enter that space too much, but again, one thing that pains me, we just lost Seputla, Nkwesheng. And I spoke about it. I think I also wrote a statement about it. Yeah, I did.
Yes.
I did write a statement about it to say, we are tired of government officials. When an artist passes on, they will go on stage and speak nicely and speak nice things, but our artists are dying poor every time, and no one really cares.
Don't they justify that by saying, if we pay for it, it must also serve us, or if we pay for it, we need to show the reason we paid by appearing at the funeral and speaking? Because if they don't appear and speak, you might one day question, why did you just pay for a funeral and not even pitch up? So it's a catch-22 situation.
Yeah, they would have to pay. They would have to pay for those funerals because they left them poor. They did not take care of them. Otherwise, if I die, they won't pay for my funeral. I will bury myself. And I'll also speak about that maybe. I will bury myself. But because they are not giving artists what they deserve. That is why they have to pay and go and shine on the stage. But still, after that funeral, no one goes back and check on the children, how they are doing and all that. So it's okay, pay to shine. Fool us now, but you won't fool us for long or always. At some point we'll get smarter, like Shulas did, and registered his own.
From SPPSA.
You see, so
Let me ask you a question about SPPSA. You define security in 5 pillars. I saw in your document you say physical, employment, financial, food and community security.
Oh, you got it, ne?
Yes. No, I read.
Yeah, so
Me, I research, I read before a question so that
So
I
you see those 5
understand,
pillars.
because these 5 pillars for me are the core of what you guys stand for. But then I then keep on asking, why put the word personnel? Because that's your target market initially, before any other thing.
it needs, whatever that is there,
It needs a personnel.
it needs a person. It needs a person. Everything that is there needs a person.
You're right.
So you can't,
because for the community to be secured, it needs
I mean,
personnel.
even if you have AI, it still needs a person to direct it. So for all of those, that is why now we say it's personnel, because it cannot operate without any person to direct it.
Ah.
Thank you.
So that. So, but do you have any plans of ever changing the name going forward one day, when the party grows beyond security?
Yeah, it will change. The day that there's no crime in the country, the day that people go to bed with a full stomach.
That's
then
the only
that
time it will
security,
change.
it will change.
So
But
meaning it won't change
no, the struggle must continue.
till.
The struggle must, there's no ceiling for struggle to continue. The struggle must continue up until everyone feels safe, everyone can provide. That's why we are advocating for, I think I also sent it to you. We're advocating for 24-hour economy. So for it to run smoothly, the personnel again must be there.
Describe 24-hour economy.
I mean, after in a 24-hour economy, when we describe it, we say, malofa, the unemployed. We've got a lot of youth that is unemployed. So if the municipality runs on a 24-hour, then the country should not stop operating. Cleaning on the streets should not stop operating, because we are moving every time. If there are people who are, the world itself is running on a 24-hour. If we are sleeping here in South Africa, someone is awake in the US. So this is how, that is what we must use to say when others are sleeping, others must be producing. In that
What you're
way.
saying indirectly says the South African government must outsource policing, and one would say, what happened to Mapanyaza? We know that there's a similar thing in the city of Cape Town.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the way to go in future, where policing should be outsourced in a way, or you are basically saying everybody must be incorporated?
I'm against outsourcing. I'm against insourcing. You see, there's two. But I've got my own wording now. I'm saying now if now the security guards are saying we must be insourced into municipalities, it means now the security companies must then close doors. So, and when you say outsource, it means now the government must close doors and give the job to securities. But we are saying let's co-source. Let's work together. Let's put everything. If security companies, this is how they must work now. Municipalities must pay security guards from their own establishment. pay direct into a security guard's account, the salary. Pay the administration fee into the security company to manage their employees. Employees are my employees as a security company.
Cut. Tawan, you made it worse, no? It was okay because it kept on. Oh, was it looking bad then? It was getting worse. Did you fix it? Yeah, and I was worried because it does on his camera. Ne? That's why you picked it up quickly. Because I kept on saying it will get better. The screen will flicker. And camera.
It's the energy of a new thing.
Yeah.
It's the energy of a new thing. So it has to.
Should we continue? Yes, we can continue. Just say what you were saying. I even forgot.
So when we speak about co-sourcing, we are saying I, as a company, would have employed a certain number of security guards guarding over the municipal infrastructure. So the municipality will then pay directly into their accounts, not pay the company, because Naba Patel and I'll just buy a G-Wagon and not pay my guards. I'll fly to Dubai and forget about my guards. So if the municipalities pays the guards directly and pay the company admin fee to supervise their guards, I think in that way now we are not losing business that we said we are going to give people business. And we are also not closing government to say, okay, close business, employ everybody into government, or take the money to business and close those as government. You say, let's co-source, let's work together. Take everybody in, pay salaries. But when we say again in, the issue again, yeah, policing. We are not saying outsource.
But then would they have the power to carry government guns, power to arrest, those kind of things? Which powers would they have? Are they going to wear police uniforms? What's going to happen there?
The power to arrest. They must have a power just to arrest. If you talk about guns, but not saying the security companies have more guns than the police.
So I heard.
And the army.
Yes.
So if these people decide one day that we can take over the country, they can, because they've got arms. More than the police and the army. And serious arms. The numbers now, if you check, those guys have serious arms.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the numbers earlier on. I was actually surprised. So
you check those things. So if someday this guy starts to speak at their little corner and say, Bafut, Sirelo Garwar Lapis, country, they can. So
you're gunning for power because it means if you've got security personnel on your side, that's real power.
No, now you'll get me arrested. No, I'm not going there.
Oh, but no, I don't want you want power. No. You want to live. What kind of president are you that scared of power?
No, I'm not scared of power.
You are scared.
I'm saying I'm not going
there.
To
be arrested. Then why are you campaigning for elections?
No, because I don't want these people not to say, hey, he's giving us ideas.
Yeah, but then they'll come talk to you. You're a party. You're a political party.
No.
You can't be a political party and want to play small.
We take power ka ballot.
So?
Yeah, we
Who
take
said
power
any other thing? I never said anything beyond the ballot.
I spoke
about power.
Yes.
Then why are you panicking?
You know the power must come from Zimbabwe. I spoke about securities. Their arms vis-a-vis the police.
No, but you are worried me. Why are you suddenly worried? Because I never mentioned what you are saying.
No. I speak about the guns, outnumbering the police and the army. Suddenly the question comes, hey, you want power? Hey, Baba, I don't want that power. Yeah, a gun. I want the power. Okay. Yeah, a ballot.
Okay.
Yes, a democratical power.
Okay, but that's how I meant it, though. I'm just not too sure. Why did you think about...
Because now you ask it after mentioning the guns vis-a-vis the police and the army. Okay. So the power thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you thought of things like coups and stuff.
No, yeah.
And I wasn't even there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You hinted on that in any case.
At least now you know the answer that I know. At least you have changed. I thought you were there. No. Sure. Okay. No, I'm sorry, my brother.
So, how do you then campaign to get people on your side?
Okay. Yeah, thanks for asking me that. And what is it that we want to achieve? Again, the security part of it. You know, there's this job, I don't know what you call it here in Ekurhuleni or in Joburg, the EPWP. In Tswana, I know we call it Tlaba. So we want to create that kind of an Tlaba, whereby in communities you'll find people everywhere with their the PQ so to say we can do that also in security. So this is the how part. Now we're saying we want every ward in Tshwane to have a security company owned by a person living in the same ward. Employ 100 young people as security. I'm currently, I don't know if I should share it, but I should just.
Why?
So that if they block it somewhere, it's still okay.
But you are here to share information.
I'm engaging with the CEO of SIRA to say, please.
Which was my next question. What collaborations are you?
You see, we are there. We are always a step ahead. So I'm engaging with the CEO of SIRA, Mr. Chauke, to say he was on leave. I think he's coming, today's Tuesday, I think he's coming back today. To say, we want now, we are going to give you young people so that you can train them or accredit them with a grade, a SIRA grade, so that comes after the 4th of November. We want 100 security officers per ward. Ne? The company must be owned by a person living in the ward. Again, we are going to use the same strategy to say the city must pay the guards.
But
a minimum of 3,500 to 6,500, depending on the gradings that they have. Yeah? And then pay the owner of the company in the same ward 1,500 admin fee per guard. So now we are now creating employment plus also creating business people. You say you've got a security company in your ward. In Mamelodi, you've got 14 wards. So you would have 14 security companies. And if you say 100 per ward, then you'll have 1,400 security personnel in Mamelodi who are being paid by the city of Tshwane, paying the admin fee to the owners of the security companies, which will be about 150,000 a month, for just them to maybe lease cars or buy their own cars, maybe 5 cars, for them to patrol in their own space, and maybe put some monitors there, employ maybe 5 more people who are going to watch the monitors and all that. So we are creating employment of about 1,400 people in every township, security companies in every township. Newly, not security company that will come from maybe Ekurhuleni. Somebody has a security company in Ekurhuleni and comes and guards somebody in Mamelodi.
What's the difference between what you're proposing versus the Mapanyaza, for example? Because you are actually providing a solution to crime, to security in the country, but as a political party. And one might say, why should a political party tell SIRA what to do when we have a government?
No, we are not telling SIRA what to do. We are engaging with SIRA. There are programs in SIRA for them to also...
yeah, but you said you want them to integrate some of your people.
No, I'm not saying SIRA to integrate. SIRA must just give them grading. SIRA, it's a...
Grading? Or
yes, so they must just give them grading. It's the police, the subs that must integrate. It's a Mapanyaza.
For you, what does SIRA stand for? And what does it do?
I mean, SIRA was started by Bartman, the father of the current Bartman, to formalize this industry.
Yes.
So, in formalizing, and there are also companies who are not with SIRA, but I know many companies are with SIRA. So you formalize the industry so that at least they must be recognized as, they must be certified
Things that they have to go through for them to
So
be...
that is what they stand for, to make sure that every security officer is well trained and achieve the
qualification standards,
yes,
and go through all those.
And also, I also want to touch on that, to say also why in terms of standards and the growth, the equivalence of the curriculums and all that. Why? Because if I am not maybe educated through a normal education, the stream of education that we have, and I've got my security certificate there, because most people, they don't want to join security. They think being a security officer is some low-class job and whatnot. But yet you go for training, maybe make it longer then the grade C or the grade B must be equivalent to a matric, or must be equivalent to a diploma in whatever, so that at least somebody who's there can now say, okay, with this certificate, I can be able to say, I did not have my grade 12 Umalusi certificate, but I've got this certificate that I trained for. Therefore, putting this into applying for community safety, whatever, or for police, if they say we want grade 12 matric at least, then my SIRA certificate says I'm equivalent to your grade 12, so I can then also apply. So such things, we want to advocate for them.
Running a political party is the most difficult thing ever.
And expensive.
Expensive. Who's funding you?
Okay. Currently, we are self-funded, and for one reason and one reason only. They say he who plays the piper who plays the tune dictates the tune of this core.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just forget the words, but we don't want to dance
he
to...
who conducts, obviously, is the one that plays.
Yeah, so if I go and seek money from Arthur and say, man, t-shirt guy. So I can't print t-shirts. I need 750,000 rands to do t-shirts. The small number that I want of t-shirts. So if Arthur pays for those t-shirts, I'm indebted to him. The day that we go into council and there are laws that we have to pass or laws that we have to reject, Arthur will give us a call and say,
so meaning you don't take donations?
No, I don't.
How are you going to survive? Would you take money from a municipality?
No.
How are you going to survive?
You see, we always say we are a step ahead. So we have an incubate. Maybe I will send you that information soon. We have an incubate with Sanlam. So whereby we have our own insurance policy scheme. So people will take insurance. From that is how we will fund. So it's a company on its own now. It's with Seed Capital and Sanlam. So it's a company on its own. We opened a scheme that will sell insurance.
Break it down. I'm a bit confused.
Okay. We've got a policy scheme with Sanlam, which we bought. We don't have full rights as a company on insurance. So now Sanlam is the father. It's our father. So we joined Sanlam. We took out the policy package with Sanlam to say, okay, this is what we are going to get from you and sell.
So you are basically saying Sanlam collaborates with a political party?
No. With Seed Capital, there's a company. That's why I'm speaking about the company.
So that company funds the political party?
So we opened our own company.
Okay.
So that when we sell policies, it is our money now that must then fund our programs.
Okay.
So that we don't go and ask.
The political party owns a company?
Yes, the political party owns the company. So that company will just sell insurance.
You are self-funded.
Yes, we'll sell insurance to our personnel, to you. Hopefully you'll buy one. And from your money, we'll then fund our own programs. So we don't have a fund that there's no one who's going to donate anything. We don't go around looking for funding. And that's what surprises many people to say, hey, how do you run this thing? Because it's very expensive.
Is it allowed, though, to operate like that?
I mean, it is. I mean, everyone has a right to have a company. So for us, it's allowed because now we won't be asking anyone for anything. We won't be asking anyone for favors, and no one will be controlling us to say this is what to say and what not to say. So for us to be self-funded, I think is the way to go. Actually, I would propose that every other party must be self-funded, so that they don't change their tone of speaking.
So you are saying SAPSA would never accept funding?
We don't know in future, but we are self-funded. I mean, just to start. You see, what
Will
did
you
I do?
accept funding during these local elections? Yes or no?
No. We will run these local elections to the end, self-funded. We won't ask anyone for money.
And where are you contesting?
I'm only contesting in Tshwane.
Only in Tshwane?
Yes. Every ward in the townships of Tshwane I'll be contesting.
Okay. Also, you started it in Tshwane. So you guys decided, let's start in Tshwane, let's not, and we'll gradually grow.
We'll gradually go.
But then what if members from outside Tshwane want to join the party?
No, they're free to join, because immediately, maybe after local government elections, we'll be going to national and provincial elections.
Why maybe?
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe again, there's COA. Okay, what I'm saying is that we are.
It's COA.
It's COA, unfortunately. we are now contesting the local government elections. The maybe part is that in 20...
The upcoming elections?
Yes.
Yes.
If we contest, that's the maybe. If we contest, then we'll contest
I think
the
there's
province.
still fire. Is it 2029?
Yeah. So we'll contest the province. So I would say anyone who wants to join it now without Krakotsile. Join, we are growing gradually. We're not in a hurry to say, because also issues of resources, we are not funded. So you can't start by contesting there. So where you are, your little space that you are, contest there, get a footing in, then start making noise in other parts of your province.
But don't you think that would be unattractive to funders? I know you said you don't want funders, but even for voters, why must I be with a party that is struggling financially?
No, I am not struggling financially, but also I'm working with what I have. So what I have currently is the budget that I have for Tshwane. Because if I want to contest Ekurhuleni and Joburg, let me say I want to contest the whole of Gauteng, I would cut myself too thin. So I would not make any impact. So if I concentrate on Tshwane, on the 70 or 80 wards in Tshwane, then the budget that I have can be able to sustain my program.
You keep saying I, and that makes you look and sound like those parties where there's just been one leader ever since. Would you be willing to be outvoted?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to say something. When we started this party, I did not want to be the face. I remember even when we did the plan of contesting, I said, I don't even want to be the ward councillor. I don't want anything to do with being in the public space of it. But because the first president, I'm going to spill a bean again. The first president was Mr. Sello Mashula. You know him, who's now the current spokesperson of the MK party. So he was.
There's always this link between you and MK party.
Yeah, it's nyaka. So, and by the way, I did not know Sello.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, Sello came, and Sello was the was the SAPSA press up until Zuma decided otherwise there and fired somebody, and he had to leave and joined Zuma, joined MK, not say Zuma. I don't wanna minimize MK into Zuma, like what others are saying, but he went to join MK and become the spokesperson.
If you were to be approached by another party to join them, would you agree or not?
Approaches us as a party or approaches
You
me and
as an individual? Because Fiso was supposed to be your president and he got approached by MK party and he left.
Yeah.
If you were to be approached the same way?
He was not the founder. I'm the founder.
You're not answering my question.
But I'm saying, in short, I'm just saying this is my baby. I'm part of founding SPPSA.
I'm still not answered.
You will get answers. Okay. So I can't join somebody when I founded something here. So with the current spokesperson of MK, he was not the founder. So it was easy for him to say, let me resign here and join another party. But now this is our baby. SPPSA is our baby. So I can't be approached by anyone. Even the minister.
No, you can be approached. You can't say I can't be approached.
Okay, yeah, that person can approach, can try. I mean, Rafere and then Rahanwa. So you can come and try to propose whatever, but I'm not ready. I don't think I'll be ready to join any other political party. I want to see SPPSA growing into leaps and bounds, although we are not in a hurry. But yeah, just to answer you, I won't agree to any proposal to join any other party.
Would you allow an undocumented foreign national to operate in townships?
No. No. That's the simple answer that I can give you.
They have to first be documented.
Yes, I mean, one thing that we stand for, and we are not xenophobic, but people in our townships are saying, if you are undocumented, leave. And unfortunately, we stand with our communities. So I would not allow any undocumented individual to be in our communities or operate business in our communities.
How many wards are you contesting?
80.
80.
80. Yes.
So meaning you already have good membership because you cannot contest without membership?
Okay, let me put it this way before I even go there. You look again at the family house. I know the membership has dropped now drastically. But they would have, the target was 1 million. That's where actually the problem came. The target was 1 million membership. And now you start recruiting everybody, onke. Now the idea shifts.
Why do you call the ANC family? Oh, okay. Finish what you're saying.
Okay. So, in terms of membership, so they've got 1 million members, but voted by 12, 15 million South Africans. So it's not about membership and voters. So it's about, So I think maybe many people vote for any other party without having their membership. So the membership is not actually a vote. It's not reflecting a vote.
So the visibility is more important.
Yes.
Because you need to be out there for people to remember you.
Yes. That's why you invited me here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we care about our communities. Mm-hmm. We're not doing this for ourselves as TLL. We are doing it for the communities out there to have more options of people they can vote for. Hence, we scrutinize, we terrorize you with questions so that the people out there can get to understand
and to judge.
And decide for themselves, you know. And what is it that you'd like to say to the voters out there or potential voters?
We're saying vote for the party that you think is going to make your life easier, make your life better. Vote for change that you want. So it's not going to help anyone to just sit at the corner, take a day as a holiday and sleep, but tomorrow you want to complain when you have a chance to go there to the ballot and voice your frustrations in the ballot. So whatever that you are not happy about, if you don't raise it in the ballot, unfortunately, those that you don't want them to lead you will lead you. And you can shout and say, hey, whoever is stupid, and as a leader, and it means you are stupid because you chose that person to lead you, or he's leading you. So if a stupid man is leading you, then it means you are stupid also.
Because you voted them in.
You voted them in, or you decided not to vote him out. So he's your leader now because he's stupid, but he's smarter than you. So you are the worst. So stand up.
You're making us feel guilty now.
Go to the ballot and change.
Are you left or right as SPPSA?
I'm left.
Why?
Like how I told you my
frustrations that you saw the ANC.
Yes, I'm more of the leftist. That is why even today, not to see somebody struggling, it hurts me. It's just that I'm not well equipped. I'm not rich. I can't help everybody, but it hurts to see people hungry and all that. That's why, in how you know me, my programs are for the people. How I celebrate my birthdays is always with the people. How I do other things is always with the people. So I'm a leftist. I'm for Africa, for us.
So would you say the ANC has lost some of its left morals and principles?
Yeah, it's now the center leaning to the right. It's now the center leaning to the right.
Leaning to the right? Isn't that worse?
I mean, but we are
Wouldn't you say they're now at the center left than even saying leaning to the right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
Yo,
like
that's worse.
Like Hanyane basametse STNAs and Zile. Just a bit. So there are. So
would you say the ANC Gauteng is like that?
No, the ANC out there, no, I would be lying.
You would be lying, right?
I'd be lying. No, you see, that's what I'm saying. You can criticize or you can, but
there are certain good things.
There are certain good things. You see, with Panyaza, you can't say the same. I think if they change now or in the next elections, I won't say I would be in trouble because I want change. It's not about me.
But you're a citizen of Gauteng,
yes.
either way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want change. It's not about me. It's about real change. And I know Panyaza, how I like Zuma. Panyaza is a man of action. So with his leadership, I think people are still in safe hands.
Would you collaborate with the ANC in Tshwane?
Most definitely.
But what if the ANC goes to bed with the right?
Then I will stay with my left people.
So you take the stance that MKP and EFF took?
Yeah, I will stand with my leftist. They've got their own reasons. I would have my own reason. There are great leaders in Tshwane, where I come from. I know there are great leaders that are currently in government. That are leading in government, that are also not in government, but politically are ANC aligned. So I know there are good people in Tshwane that can run Tshwane better.
Why is the ANC not releasing their lists for your competition in Tshwane? What's holding them back? Who are the candidates in Tshwane for the ANC?
I mean, for the mayoral candidates?
Yes.
I am not sure, but I know of one or two individuals. It's Khosi Maepa, Doctor. Let me phrase it well. Dr. Khosi Maepa and Tangi Mohale. I know. I think there's also a name of Aron Maluleka. So yeah, I think they'll release soon, this week maybe, on the 15th. And maybe the reasons are that, you know, politics sometimes maybe it's a game of chess. You wait and
see.
You wait and it's so that when you release, you know that when you release a name, you are going to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
But now that somebody doesn't have a chance to join another party immediately when they get hurt. So they'll just have to be there. IEC will close, so you have nowhere to go. You are stuck with the ANC up until the next elections, and by then you will be healed. And they said, you know, yeah, it's not about him, and you must hold the party line. Vote for this person.
Out of those candidates, having said that you would work with the ANC, who would you vie for? Your personal choice, even though you are not with the ANC, because either way they would be your mayor.
Either way, I'm there. I might be the mayor.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. We are not
You
in the
might
election.
be the mayor.
I might be the mayor
Yes.
because after voting,
And they might be the mayor.
Yeah, if we are in
Hence I
council,
say, what's your choice? Should they be the mayor? Because we know that the ANC hasn't had the mayorship in Tshwane for the longest of times.
I know Aaron Maluleka to be. He's currently the MMC of housing. I know him as a good man, morals also. I know the three that I've mentioned personally, all of them. So, but in the three, I will opt for Dr. Khosi Maepa, for the reasons that when he was in Tshwane as the regional chairperson of the ANC, he has done a lot of damage to the DA. They had to change mayors every month, and because
with his breaking news
every day on Twitter, the DA has to come down from Cape Town to Tshwane to sort the mess out, because Maepa was really fighting them hard. So I think he's the guy for me. But also with him being there, it narrows my chances of being the mayor, you see.
But you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen a party with one seat having mayorship.
Yeah.
You know.
In Joburg.
Yes,
Also
I
in
mean,
Tshwane it
Thapelo
happened.
Aman was a mayor
Yeah.
with one seat. The party had one seat, and
And
would you be happy with one seat though?
No, I won't.
So you want more?
We want real change. So I can't be pushing for one seat now. But yeah, if it's the voters who decides. If we get one seat, we'll work with that one seat to effect change.
Does the ANC see you as a traitor?
Do they see themselves as traitors when they join DA? Maybe that's the question they should ask themselves. Me per se, I did not join anyone. I did my own thing. So when you join and join the right, maybe you can't say I'm a traitor. I did not take anything from you. I did not benefit something that is tangible from you, that you would call me a traitor today, to say, this is what we have done for you. We have built this and gave you this company and whatnot. So I'm not a traitor.
That's how you see yourself. Do they see you as a traitor?
I don't know if I should personalize it because ANC is an organization.
Yeah, the question is
But
external.
Who now?
Internally, you are not a traitor, that's what you said.
Yes.
Externally, do they see you as a traitor?
I don't know, but they must see me as somebody who would work very well with them.
Have you engaged them since you left?
Yeah, I mean, I engage them every day.
Are
They're
they
still
happy
my
for you?
friends. They're still my friends. I don't know. There's a secretary there at Tshwane. Yeah, their regional secretary. I know he's not happy with me. Every day he wakes up, he'll just tag me on Facebook there and hoist some insults. But anyway, I can't be dancing. Somebody told me actually to say, stop responding to this guy. You
So
can't
they
be.
do see you as a traitor?
No, maybe not a traitor. Maybe as not an enemy, man. It's a strong word. As an opposition, let's use that word. A traitor word. No, I still speak to a lot of them. Like I said, I grew up with them, so they're my friends. So yeah, I still have a chat. I still call them. I still visit them. They still take pictures with me, shake hands. So it can't be about one individual who's the regional secretary and say now everybody hates me. No.
Does SPPSA believe in death penalty?
Yes, it does. It does.
Elaborate on that.
I mean, after we are seeing a high level of heinous crimes, especially against children and women. And we are not saying, if we say death penalty, we are not just saying if everybody maybe who's found guilty of something then must be hanged, or no. But we are saying if there's proof enough that you murdered this person, then you deserve to be hanged. That's why we have been calling for it, for the referendum. You see, Let the country speak. Don't just decide there. Let the country speak. Like you are doing the dialogue. I don't know what's happening with the dialogue now. They spend a lot of money.
What happened to the dialogue? The national dialogue, right?
The national dialogue. We need to ask about that. What's happening? Because we know billions were put there. So we need to know what's happening with that budget. No, Caster Semenya is also there, part of that dialogue. Are they getting paid for being quiet? What's happening?
You should be telling us, you are politicians.
Yeah, no, I need to go and check. So, yeah, all I'm trying to say is that let's have that dialogue as a country. Are we for death penalty or not? Because the level of crimes that we are seeing in the country, really, we cannot take them any longer.
We know that the ANC lost a lot of voters in the last elections, and a lot of them went to other political parties to vote for other political parties, and a lot of them got disappointed. Some went back to the ANC, some just decided not to be voters again, which is wrong. Why should people believe in you? You are a new party. Why should they believe in your new party?
Let's start afresh. Let's press reset. I mean, try us. I can't be speaking here. I know I'm a politician, but I just can't be fooling people and promising people things that are not tangible. So I would say, try us. We are still new in the game. We don't have a fund. Maybe that's the reason, first reason why. Nobody's giving us money, so nobody's going to control us. What we are saying there on our profile, what we'll be saying on the manifesto, this is what we believe in and this is what we are going to do. When I speak about 100 guards per ward, we mean it is there. So maybe let me put it now, not after, or let me put it now. That's anyone that we are going to negotiate with when we get into council that wants to work with us must know that as SPPSA, we are going to ask for 1 billion that must go towards to employ security officers per ward. So if that's the first thing that we are going to say. If you say you want to work with us, we are saying, are you going to pass a budget for 1 billion to go to communities and make sure that the communities are safer? We don't want it. Pass that budget, get security companies, pay them that money, then we can work. So if it's nothing about that, then no. So now they must know if it's Koshima, my friend, who becomes the mayor of Tshwane. If he wants our vote to work with us, then he must pass the 1 billion. He must speak to us about the 1 billion. It all guy 1 billion budget, yeah, the community. Then we'll say, no, fine, then we can work. That 1 billion must go to communities. The city must pay those guys, must not come to us. The city must pay those guys' salaries. It must go to communities. Then we'll be happy to work with them. And we will, it can be ANC, it can be EFF, it can be IFP, whoever is in Tshwane. We will work with you as long as we invest 1 billion into your communities to be safe.
Any last words?
Yeah, my last word is just is to say, people of Tshwane, let's go to these elections. Let's vote for who we believe in, but get in there and give your vote to SPPSA. Give your vote to Security Personnel Party of South Africa for safer communities, for better life.
Thank you, Sello Mashula, President of SPPSA, the Security Personnel Party of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Sello Mashula.